So one of the things I really value and try and bring into the space is that the person I'm working with, gets an affirmed sense of who they are through the work that we do. So often people might come in and they feel a bit stuck or unsure about perhaps themselves and where they're headed, and so it's really about seeing them for all of who and what they are, and I guess being able to reflect that back. And part of that is a really strong interpersonal connection and building trust and collaborative a collaborative process, I guess. I've worked a lot with young people and children. I used to work in schools. I still do work in schools, but also really welcome and open to and invite adults as well. I guess it's in working with people, it's not about necessarily someone needing to know what they want or what they need, but if they show up, that's enough. Yeah, trust is, of course, a really, really important thing. So we talk a lot about trust with rapport and building that early on. And hope's a really big thing. So sometimes actually it's just for, what do they hope for? What do they hope to be different? And then if I'm part of that with them on that journey, or, part of what can leverage some hope, that's really, really important. And then consent sits in there too, of course. There's a good metaphor I heard that when you start working with someone, you're knocking on their front door, and then if they let you in, if they come to a session, they let you in, or you're walking down the hallway, well, you wouldn't just go into a drawer and open someone's, here's your letters and here's all your private stuff. So you're asking, you're inviting them in, or they're inviting you in really, and then and you're asking for consent and permission. So I think going gently and at a pace that's suited and preferred for the person. Surfing on the Pro Tour, going around the world travelling, but if you saw me surf, you'd know that's not possible. I used to be a teacher, and then I made a transition into this kind of work through wellbeing roles. So yeah, possibly doing something like that, but something still therapeutic. I mean, part of why I don't think of this when I get up in the morning, but if I think about that kind of existential reason why I do my work, and part of why I live is, and the purpose I get is to help people. That's the fundamental value in that. So it'd be something around that, and maybe helping people teach them how to serve.